ang pagdideploy ng mga ganitong uri ng missile matapos nga na mismong ang Estados Unidos ay nagdala na rin ng kahalintulad ng mga missiles at na-deploy doon sa Europa, particular sa Denmark at dito sa Asia, particular na ang ating bansang Pilipinas.
At kasi nga, nakikita ni Putin na parang there's a danger on their side as well kasi may deployment ang United States in Europe sa NATO area, which Denmark. On the other hand, sa Asia is the Philippines. Dito pa sa Pilipinas, itong mga missile na ito, and take note, these are nuclear. This is even against our constitution. Kasi in our constitution, we don't allow nuclear weapons in the country.
Taong 1987, nang lumagda ang Estados Unidos at Russia sa Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces, kung saan napagkasunduan na ng dalawang bansa na ito na ititigil yung pagpoproduce ng mga missiles, no? Yung mga ground ballistic and cruise missiles na kayang lumipad 500 to 5,500 kilometers, itinigil ito. Nang nagkaroon ng kasunduan. And way back 2019, binawi din ito ng Estados Unidos, pero nagkaroon talaga sila ng sarili. Ang Russia, nag-impose sila ng moratorium ukol dito. Pero may recent na pahayag ang presidente po ng Russia na itutuloy muli ang pagdideploy ng mga ganitong uri ng missile matapos nga na mismong ang Estados Unidos ay nagdala na rin ng kahalintulad ng mga missiles at na-deploy doon sa Europa, particular sa Denmark at dito sa Asia, particular na ang ating bansang Pilipinas. Gaano ito kadelikado, Prof, itong usaping ito?
Okay, magandang tanong 'yan, Admar, kasi nga ang tinatawag mong treaty kasi 'yan, ang tawag diyan is Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty that was signed in 1987 between Ronald Reagan and Soviet Premier Mikhail Gorbachev, na yung dalawang bansa, kasi sila yung mga nuclear forces na malalaki talaga, superpowers when you talk about these things, na hindi sila magpo-produce, mag-stop na may ceiling. Pero nung 1989, just to give a little of background, 2019, in-scrap ng United States under Trump. So ibig sabihin ay may mga accusations sila, violation ng Russia, blah blah blah. And so ibig sabihin na scrap yan. So right now, if you look at the United States, they're producing it. Take note, this is short and intermediate range nuclear forces or nuclear missile, no? Hindi siya ordinaryong missile lang kasi nuclear to. So ngayon, ang sabi nga nitong si President Putin ng Russia, parang ang last meeting nila June 28 sa kanyang security forces is they would want to start producing this kind of nuclear missile na short and intermediate range. At kasi nga, nakikita ni Putin na parang there's a danger on their side as well kasi may deployment ang United States in Europe sa NATO area, which Denmark. On the other hand, sa Asia is the Philippines. Now, ang tanong, tama ka, delikado ba ito sa Pilipinas? Of course, delikado ito. Kasi ibig sabihin, tinitignan ng Russia na ang Pilipinas would be a threat to itself. So pag sinabi mong a threat to itself, ibig sabihin nakikita nila na oops, Pilipinas maybe will be used against Russia or even against China by the United States. Kasi ang nagdi-deploy niyan is United States. Ang nag-deploy United States. Pero parang dun sa meeting ni President Putin sa kanyang security forces, ito yung elite forces ng Russia, no? Ito yung mga generals, high-ranking officials na nasa military ng Russia, is parang tinatanong din niya kung tinanggal nga ba ng United States or nandito pa sa Pilipinas itong mga missile na ito. And take note, these are nuclear. This is even against our constitution. Kasi in our constitution, we don't allow nuclear weapons in the country. Very, very good question and very sensitive issue for the Philippines kasi if Russia would look at us as parang ang tingin ng Russia ay para tayong threat to them, it means we're part of the whole configuration ng Russia na they need to, to get ready with. So yun yung mahirap doon kasi nasa loob ka ng configuration, military configuration ng Russia of countries who might they see as a threat to their own survival or to their own security. So, ngayon, ang sinasabi ni President Putin is, based dun sa mga reports na nabasa ko, is parang they're thinking of producing more of these weapons, nuclear weapon, and at the same time, they're thinking where to deploy. Where to deploy, ibig sabihin, vis-a-vis the Philippines. And when you say thinking of where to deploy, it means it's not in Europe, it's in Asia. Where to deploy in Asia, that could be a counter to what you call perception that there's a presence of this kind of weapons in the Philippines. Na kung i-deploy nila, kayang ma-reach ang Philippines kapag pinakawalan yan. Ang projection kasi dyan, kapag nagkaroon ng gulo sa Asia Pacific, kung saan man i-deploy at kung magdi-deploy man ang Russia ng mga ng short range and intermediate range na nuclear missile na yan, ibig sabihin, aabot sa Pilipinas. Kasi ang target mo is Pilipinas in that scenario. Very dangerous too. Kasi if it's Russia already, it's Putin already saying this, it means ang tingin sa Pilipinas is 50-50 na, either kaibigan ka or kaaway ka. Now, we're creating two things here. You already have an issue with China, which is a nuclear power as well, and a very, very strong military country in terms of capability, and you have Russia on the other hand. Take note na also looking at us as a danger to them. So para ang tanong ko, what we're doing really in the Philippines? Are we creating an enemy out of the number two superpower in terms of military strength and number three superpower in terms of military strength and nuclear powers? I mean, this is not a joke, So I am not sure. Ang tanong ko ngayon, why is it that there's no explanation coming from our government and there's no assurance coming from our government kung itong mga tinutukoy ni President Putin? I think there is an intelligence report kasi hindi naman magsasalita ang Russian president kung wala silang intelligence report or information na nakuha na mayroon nga, baka nga naman, mayroon talaga na nuclear weapon, yung itong mga missiles na to dito sa Pilipinas. Hindi naman magsasalita siguro ang Russian president on that kung wala silang information as to this effect, no? Ang tanong kasi dyan, why is it that there's no explanation coming from our government and there's no investigation into this at walang transparency into this? Kung in fact, if you really look at our Constitution, it's a violation of our Constitution. Kasi sinasabi sa Constitution natin, hindi tayo dapat mag-i-install or hahayaan natin na magkaroon ng nuclear weapon sa Pilipinas. We're not talking about conventional military assets. We're talking about nuclear assets. Kasi ito, short range, intermediate range. Ibig sabihin, short range is about 1,000 to 5,000 kilometer. Pero yung short range is 500 to 1,000 kilometers. Pero yung, ang intermediate range mo is 1,000 to 5,500 kilometer na distance. So, ibig sabihin, kapag halimbawa si Putin nag-deploy yan within any country in Asia na kaibigan niya at kakampi niya at kakampi ng Russia, which one country on top of my mind is North Korea, ibig sabihin it's within the range na aabot siya sa Pilipinas. Kasi syempre kakalculate nila na aabot talaga sa Pilipinas yan, if in any case. So yun yung nakakabahala at yun din ang aking, ako tinitignan ko kung ano mangyayari if in any case. Pero at the same time, ito rin yung tanong ko, why is it that there's no explanation? Why is it that the government is quiet about this? Why is it that there's no transparency? Kasi ang assumption dyan, during the Balikatan Earth exercises, nilagay yan. At saka, hindi lang yan, yung launcher din, yung mid-range nuclear launcher, yung pwede ka mag-launch ng mga missiles na yan. Ang tanong, why do we have this kind of military assets in the country? Na sino ba ang pinaghahandaan mo? Sino ba ang magiging kaaway mo? Are you looking at China as an enemy? Of course not. Kahit anong gawin natin, we will not win over China when it comes to these things. We will lose. And take note, it's not even China's talking about it now. Hindi na yung China nagsasalita. It's the Russian president who even spoke about this. So parang, sandali muna, hindi nga ang China ang nagsalita, si Putin nga ang nagsalita. So parang, oh my God, this is already Russia talking. Parang, asan na yung mga government official natin? Mayroon na ba silang explanation? Ano ba talaga ang score dito? So wala eh. Yun yung pinangangambahan ko, Admar and MJ, na hindi ko alam actually kung ano nangyayari sa Pilipinas if magkakataon. Nuclear ang pinag-uusapan natin not conventional warfare.